Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Baseline jumper. Offensive rebound. Giannis with it. Now guarded by Towns.
Jackson Davis.
There's so little ego in Giannis's game. It's not about him out there. He wants to make the game easier for his teammates.
Here's KD. And it's Towns missing. To the inside. And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Here's Halliburton. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagnall for a minute. Now, we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said we can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thanks, David.
Charging foul call on.
Here's Edwards. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Levine wide open.
Giannis
And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
Instincts and anticipation. Great effort here by Giannis.
And the officials call for a 3-second violation.
Away team ball.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Nash. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Nash has got 5 now.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Halliburton for 3. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Levine with it. Picked up by Edwards. They get the rebound. Pass to Brown. Now here's Levine. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Defended by Towns.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough deep.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from 3.
And here's Nash. After Anthony Edwards made that last 3-pointer.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Brown. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Now here's Williams. Towns in the corner. The tray. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Boy, the go-to scorer that Karl Anthony Towns is. Yes, he can shoot the 3, folks. You better check him.
Zach LaVine.
LaVine, that's good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Edwards can't hit. Inside. Pass to Nash. Down low. Yes. Williams with the steal.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
All right, let's keep it going.
1:05 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Edwards. From past the arc. That shot misses. Nice D from Levine.
Zach Levine.
And Levine with the slam.
Trace Jackson
Body
Davis.
control, flair for the dramatic. Levine in style.
Steve Nash. First
And the whistle
personal
blows.
foul.
It's going to be on Steve
First
Nash.
team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Shot clock at 5.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. Lobs it up for Levine. Here's Jackson Davis. Left side Levine. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Halliburton with it. For 3, Edwards. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
With the score.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far.
7.
And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
The ball goes to the away team.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Jalen
Kevin,
Brown.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his
Steve
chest
Nash.
and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report.
Away team
Man,
foul.
have they been effective
Zach
at getting
Levine.
the ball
First
inside.
personal foul.
And Zach
First
Levine
team
gets the
foul.
whistle that time. That's his first foul. Back to Williams. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Williams has got his second basket.
Halliburton's vision and then the ability to thread the needle there makes the defense pay.
Zach
Good
Levine.
on the three-point shot.
3 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA. Woo-hoo, that's the athleticism you talked about with Jalen Williams. This guy can get off his feet in a hurry.
Brown inside the line. And it's in
Brown.
after a nice bounce off the right side. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Outside for Halliburton. A three-pointer off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Levine can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Towns, no luck.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from. You want to command the defender's respect.
Steve Nash.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Giannis outside. On the wing, Levine. Good. And it's
Zach
Giannis
Levine.
picking up the assist. Levine's got 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Towns is
2 minutes
doubled.
remaining in the first half.
In a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Ball violation. That's a jump ball.
Now Nash. He's got 5. Over in the corner, Brown. Offensive rebound. Pass to Levine. Goes back up. That one falls. He's got 11.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And here's Edwards from the arc. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
They get it again. Here's Levine. Again, Levine missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Count it.
Amir Coffey for 2.
Coffey's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Back to Brown. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Williams. Jackson Davis.
Away
For
team.
viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Alright, fans, that was your new Skip Squad. Make some noise.
44 seconds left in the second quarter. Levine for 3. That doesn't go. He's 5 of 12 on the night. And here is Williams. He's got 6. Halliburton for 3. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Halliburton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Brown with it. Picked up by Edwards. To the paint. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Levine. Can't get it to fall. Towns from deep three-point range.
That's the
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half.
Your home
Up
team
19.
17.
We're going to step away
The away
briefly.
team 36.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Edwards got 6.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Nash right side. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the foul.
Tyrese.
It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Pass to Brown.
That's a
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Team ball.
Outside Edwards. Here's Williams. And here's Halliburton. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. 6 points for him.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
To the middle. Here's Brown. Nice D from Williams.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Back to Halliburton. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
That elite athleticism of Zach LaVine. This guy loves to finish up high.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, GA?
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
You know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
LaVine, that's good.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Halliburton. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Halliburton's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
Oh, Edwards!
2 points.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
2 minutes.
Pass to Brown. Over Williams. The offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. There's Brown with the 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Nash outside. .115 left in the third quarter. Brown outside. Launches a 3. That doesn't go either for Brown.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Brown outside. Pass to Nash. To the inside. And Jackson Davis gets it to go. Jackson Davis has got 10 points. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Traveling violation.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. .23 seconds left in the third. It's tipped. Pass to Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Well, that's the defensive impact of Anthony Edwards, making the steal and setting up easy offense.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
Steve Nash.
Gotta show more muscle to keep him off that low block.
Well, it's a couple of things here, I think. Certainly the effort, the willingness to fight, and the willingness to push him off of his comfort zone.
41.
And as we end the third quarter on
46. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your youth.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Down low. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Brown.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Halliburton outside. Back to Williams. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Defensive foul.
It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one, Jalen Williams.
What I love about Jalen Williams, he makes his presence felt on the game. Athleticism, tireless work ethic, and offensive skills that are just blossoming with each repetition.
And Brown now atop the key. The three. It doesn't go for him.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
For your home team, Anthony Towns.
The free throw drops for Towns. And Towns drops them both.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
They get a hand on it. Kick out to Levine. Brown outside. Back to Nash. Pass to Jackson Davis. Clock at 4. Taken away by Williams. Now Edwards. Jackson Davis defending. Williams scanning the floor. Just 5 on the clock. Poke loose. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Ball goes to the away team.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
To the paint. Here's Brown. Here's Giannis. No good that time. Williams with the ball. Out guarded by Giannis. Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Away team ball.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Here's Brown. Buries it down low.
How much fun would it be to play with Steve Nash? I mean, man, I know everybody who can score it or shoot it would love to be on the floor with him.
Pass to Coffey. With the teardrop. Back to Halliburton. Towns with the steal. Pushing it up. Here's the teardrop. The shot's good from Halliburton.
With the assist.
And that's 15 points for Tyrese Halliburton. Left side, Levine.
Two minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Brown. Taken away by Williams. Here's Coffey. No good. That would have tied it.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Outside Williams. It's Edwards on the wing. Halliburton for 3. That one doesn't drop.
Boy, bodying up there, making sure to get position. That's really nice rebounding technique.
To the middle. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:10 left in the fourth. Left side, Brown. Clock at 2. No good with the wing jumper. Now here's Williams. Halliburton outside. To the paint. Here's Coffey. Oh, a huge basket to tie the game.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Olden. David.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. He told them this is what it's all about, proving we're the better team in the tough situations. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Levine can't hit. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. To the inside. Got a hand on it. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. 8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shot clock at 2. Halliburton, no good. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll return shortly. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here's Williams. Halliburton right side to take the lead. And Coffey gets it to go.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
There's Nash with the 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Levine. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Williams up on top. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Here's Nash. Right side out of the Kumbo. Back to Brown. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Pulls it from the elbow. Brown, no good. We play just over a minute here in OT. Towns at the elbow. Here's Coffey. Jackson Davis defending. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Halliburton on the wing. No good on the 3. It's been a little while since they've been in the lead.
And that's why this is such an important possession for them.
Brown, no good. Outside Williams. Outside Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Got a piece of it. Williams with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That's foul number 2 for him. And so here's the home team. Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. They get it back. Back to Williams. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And they recover. And he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for two.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And both free throws good for Williams.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Pass to Coffee. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And Craig, it looks like time is going to run out on him here.
Yeah, I mean, unless they come up with an absolute miracle. And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
Williams misses. And so they get the victory here at home. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that about wraps it up for Greg. Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sideline. It'll be the visiting team and the home team.
This is why you got to be right up on Curry, because he's a dangerous threat off the dribble. Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Here's Allen. No good on that one. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve. And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Tatum. Outside Curry. Lots of room. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Brown outside.
And have to love that tenaciousness there by Wiggins. He has all the tools to be a great defender.
Jaylen Brown.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Allen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. This is his first free throw of the game.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Evan Mobley.
And Mobley throws it down.
And that's just opportunistic basketball. Mobley carving out space and then cashing in on the second chance opportunity.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Up again. Rebounded by Allen. Stolen by Mitchell. Inside. Pass to Gobert. A kick out to Mobley. And he uses the glass on the layup. Mobley's got 6.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Away team foul.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Allen.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Donovan Mitchell.
And Mitchell gets it to go.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Back to Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Takes it inside.
Assisted.
Brown jams it in.
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
Curry, that's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Mobley. Jason Tatum grabs the board.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Count the basket.
And this is why Wiggins has become an efficient scorer, doing a much better job with his shot quality, and loves now to attack inside.
Here's Mitchell. And it's sent back by Allen. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Gobert. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time.
Zach LaVine.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
To Gobert. Stolen by Allen.
And that's one of those tough areas to feed the basketball at times.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And Allen impacts the game on all levels. This kid has what it takes.
The visitors with the ball. 9-point game. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Gobert. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And an overpower. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
To the middle. And then Brown with the dunk.
Assist goes to.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal. The job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. Now here's Gobert. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Well, when Gobert has the ball, it just seems like defenders are plastic to him.
And he's good on the second. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Allen. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this game.
Well, when you're as polished and practiced a shooter as Brown, there's no reason to hesitate.
And here's LaVine following Jaylen Brown's three. Walker's shot is off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It'll be a turnover.
He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He doesn't hit that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. Pass to Mobley. Gobert with it. Here's Koulibaly, guarded by Kerr. Here's Mobley. 4 on the shot clock. There's Brown with the 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Outside, Walker. Over Brown. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still without a basket. Back to Coulibaly. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Coulibaly. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 minutes.
Gobert, and that's good.
Rudy Gobert.
Gobert's got 5 now.
Well, it's exactly what Gobert wants offensively. He wants to attack at the closest range possible.
Home team
Now,
foul.
here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the foul on Jarris Walker.
Second
That
team
is his
foul.
first foul of the game.
Coming onto the floor for the away team.
A minute 42 left now here in the second. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Home
6
team
to
foul.
shoot.
Stephen Curry.
Fouls for him now in the
Second
first
personal
half.
foul.
He's going to have to be
Third
really
team foul.
smart going forward.
And he had a good
For the
look.
away team.
And Gilgeous-Alexander
Rudy Gobert.
made it pay off.
Taking 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And so he hits both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Pass to Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. 9 points in the game so far.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Mobley.
Evan Mobley. The assist.
Another field goal for
Rudy
him.
Gobert.
4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Walker with it. Picked up by Brown. On the wing, Brown. To the paint. Shoots the 3. And it's in.
Jaylen
Basket
Brown.
number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And this is what the team wants JB to do. Punish defenses that don't respect him from the corner.
And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Brown's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
From deep three-point territory. A putback.
The second quarter with the score. Your home team, 19. The away team, 41.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
Home team
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins.
That's his first
Personal
foul.
First team foul.
On the wing, Mitchell. Down low. Mobley right side. Baseline J on the way.
Jaylen
Brown. Good. Brown's got 20.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue.
Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
He's off on that one.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Rudy Gobert.
Count it.
Assist from.
And it's 9 points
Evan
for Rudy
Mobley.
Gobert.
And this is where you want Gobert to have the ball.
To the inside. Here's Allen. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Wiggins. Here's Allen. And the layup's good off the glass. Allen's got 4 this quarter.
You really got to hit Allen if you want to stop him. Just so long and strong from there.
Mobley inside.
Rudy Gobert.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to
His
the
length
team.
gives Wiggins an advantage on the D. He can get his hand to shots that a lot of other players would not be able to impact.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Now, here's Mitchell. 8 points for him. Here's Mobley. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Mitchell. To the paint. Second shot opportunity.
Evan
And
Mobley.
Mobley throws it down.
Assistant.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice
2 minutes
pass
remaining in
right
the third.
there.
2 minutes.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity, but Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. Guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you.
Still home team ball.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
And Levine, here we go.
Out of bounds.
And that one goes out of
Away team
bounds.
ball.
Last touch by Levine.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. It's deflected. It's stolen by Curry. And Wiggins throws it down.
And Curry making his presence felt on D with the steal leading to the break. He finds ways to impact games with far more than just his shooting.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Wiggins drawing the double team. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Away team foul.
Jared Allen grabs the miss.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving. And really, that is why he is feared as a defender. Right in your
Second
face
personal foul.
on that shot.
Well, good footwork,
At the
good
line for the away
assertiveness,
team.
able to put a
Jaylen
ton of
Brown.
pressure on the shooter.
Shooting one.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Wiggins right side. Here's Curry with the three. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Mobley, left side. Pass to Mitchell. It's stolen by Curry.
Away team foul.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for your home team, Jarrett Allen.
That one misses. Mitchell way outside. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already.
Your home team, 34. The away team, 58.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Pass to Levine. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. This makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leading.
Brown outside. Over Allen. And too long on the shot. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it.
And this is encouraging. Wiggins looking committed to shooting and forcing the D to compromise.
First team foul.
Free throw good. Wiggins.
At the line for 2.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Wiggins. Tries again. And Gobert with the lay-in.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Hits it from three-point range.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Mitchell wide open. It's off target. He's 4 of 9 from the field. Inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Wiggins has got 10 points here in the second half.
Making his size a factor. Wiggins does work in the paint.
Here's Gobert. Rebounded by Tatum. Goes up. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
To the middle. Mitchell up top. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Here's Allen. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops. Yeah, they could feel that dunk all the way in France. Gobert with the huge dunk.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Allen. Tatum trying to break free. Allen, that's good.
And Allen's a competitor. He knows what his job is, and he has to be a major presence inside. He has to have the ability to score points down low.
Shoots from 12.
Donovan Mitchell.
And Mitchell gets it to go. On the wing, Levine. Just his first attempt. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Quick trigger there. Levine ready to shoot before the pass even reaches his hands.
Here's Wiggins. Banked in off the glass. Wiggins has got 7 points for the quarter.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break plays.
They got to keep looking for fast break scores to even this game up.
Another shot. Gobert.
That's a 3-second violation.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Wiggins. Here's Allen. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Allen's got 11 points here in just the second half. Here's Brown. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Stephen Curry.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
Jaylen Brown at the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generation. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do. I think the approach should more be from the retired players. They should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation that those former players built for them.
Back to Mitchell. And it's sent back by Allen.
Well, Allen has been blocking shots and denying posters his entire career.
And here we go with Allen running it up the court. Tatum no good. Hey, 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Gobert can't hit. Here's Wiggins. Back to Levine. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Well, Levine may have cut down on his mid-range attempts, but he's still more than capable from that.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. No good. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks.